And in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to take you on 4 road trips around the state of Oklahoma. I'm the managing editor of Oklahoma Today magazine, so telling people about cool places to go in Oklahoma is actually my job, which is the coolest job ever. It is actually my dream job, and I'm really, really lucky to have it. At Oklahoma Today, what we do is love of home. That's what we always say. Love of home is what we're all about. And I love Oklahoma more than any place on earth, and I'm really lucky to work with some awesome people, some of whom are here tonight, who love it too, and I think that our love of our state shows in what we do. For those of you who don't know, Oklahoma Today is the official magazine in the state of Oklahoma. We're published 6 times a year by the Oklahoma Tourism and Recreation Department, and what we're all about is bringing our readers the best of Oklahoma. Inspiring people, cool places to go see, beautiful scenics, and lots of great food. But I grew up road tripping. We never flew anywhere when I was a kid, so I always drove, and so I've been doing this my whole life, and I love music, so each one of these trips that I'm about to show you is paired with an album from an Oklahoma artist that I hope you'll check out if you haven't already. But I have learned some things about road tripping in my life on the road, and the biggest thing is don't get in a hurry. Take back roads. Get lost. Stop and see something cool if you see something cool. It's all about being surprised, being, delighted by things that you didn't expect to see. So our first road trip in Oklahoma is going to be to Black Mesa. It's one of my favorite places in the state. It's at the very tip of the Oklahoma Panhandle, and it's a really, really special place. But it is a 6 to 7 hour drive out there, so there's a lot of chances to stop and see cool stuff. One of my very favorite things to see is in the town of Boise City, which is the county seat of Cimarron County. And it was a town that was bombed accidentally in World War II by Allied planes. And there's a really neat monument to that kind of little lost piece of history there in town. But our final destination is Kenton, Oklahoma, which is a very cool place full of lots of guest ranches and places to stay. One of my favorite things, there's a ton of stuff to do out of Black Mesa. You can walk in dinosaur footsteps and do all kind of really, really neat stuff. Hike to the highest point in Oklahoma. My favorite thing is the night skies. They're some of the clearest in North America. And so if you have a telescope or binoculars, definitely bring them along. People come from all over the country to stargaze here. Our next trip is to McCurtain County, southeastern Oklahoma, Broken Bow, Beavers Bend State Park. This area, it's one of my very, very favorite places in the state because it's the cool place to just be in nature. I don't know if you guys are nature lovers. I am. I like to just go there and chill out. But along the way, there's so many great things to see. You can stop in Krebs and have some Italian food. If you've never tried calf fries, this is a good place to do that. If you're adventurous like me, if you're not, that's cool, be free. If you haven't been to the Talamina Scenic Drive, it's also something you must do, the best fall foliage in the state. But as I said, hiking, fishing, swimming, just hanging out in nature around these beautiful lakes and mountains, it's a great place to go. Our next trip is something, for those of you with kids, this is something that I grew up doing, which is going out and learning about science in western Oklahoma, geology especially. There's just a ton of really cool geological attractions out in western Oklahoma that I really love. One of them is Roman Nose State Park, where you can actually go on a hike and kind of see the layers of rock that lay underneath our state, got pushed up. At some point you can hike right past them. Also, if you're looking for a place to stay overnight, this is a really great place because the lodge at the state park there has just been renovated and is really, really nice. But also, one of my very favorite things to do out here is the Selman Bat Watch. There's this cave in western Oklahoma where millions of bats spend the summer. And every weekend in July, if you can get a ticket, they do it by lottery, so you have to apply early in May. You can go and see these millions of bats flying out of this cave. It's very, very cool. Also, to do out there, go spelunking at Alabaster Cavern State Park. Go hike the Gloss Mountains. Go dune buggying at Little Sahara. It kind of looks like the last 15 minutes of Thunderdome, if you've ever seen that movie, so it's very cool. Our last trip is to my newest favorite place, new to me, the town of Bartlesville. I'd never been there until this summer, but I really wanted to go, mostly because I'm an architecture freak. I really love architecture, and I really wanted to stay at the Price Tower, which is Frank Lloyd Wright's only completed and fully realized skyscraper. Now it's this very, very weird and cool hotel with these elevators that are barely bigger than you are, so don't take a lot of luggage, and this great, fantastic restaurant and bar at the top. Very, very cool hotel to stay at. You're going to drive from there, you're going to go west into Osage County. You're going to see there's a beautiful scenic drive between Bartlesville and Ponca City that is worth the trip alone, but you'd be remiss not to detour down to the Woolaroc Museum and Preserve, or north of the tall grass prairie. It's really, really beautiful. So thank you so much for traveling with me. I know this was a lot. I appreciate it. Remember, let yourself be surprised. Take your time. Travel safely. Thank you.